You are watching Shalom World News. I'm Rory McLennan coming to you from Glasgow, Scotland. Here are the latest headlines from around the world. As Canada witnesses a spurt in the number of attacks on churches following the discovery of unmarked graves of Indigenous children on the premises of former church-run schools, the National Chief of the Assembly of First Nations, Bellagarde, has said that burning down churches will not bring justice. Several Catholic churches have been vandalised or damaged in fires recently, and the National Chief said, quote, "To burn things down is not our way. Our way is to build relationships and come together." Last week, a historic Catholic church in Alberta was destroyed in a blaze, and another church on a First Nation reserve in Nova Scotia was also damaged by fire. Amid the devastating second wave of the coronavirus pandemic, a Catholic archdiocese in central India is bringing solace to affected families by distributing food and helping them pay their medical bills. The Latin Rite archdiocese of Bhopal in the state of Madhya Pradesh has converted its pastoral centre into a quarantine facility and is providing free food and medical help. Archbishop Leo Cornelio said that April and May were critical months when the death toll mounted, adding that the archdiocese lost 49 believers, 1 priest and 4 nuns during that period. With a population of more than 1.3 billion, India has recorded more than 30 million COVID cases and more than 400,000 fatalities. Catholic bishops in the Philippines have gathered virtually for their plenary assembly this Thursday, July the 8th, in order to elect new office bearers. Monsignor Bernardo Pantin, the Secretary-General of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines, said one of the topics under discussion is the 2-year consultative preparatory phase involving dioceses around the world for the Synod of Bishops on Synodality at the Vatican in 2023. The bishops will elect a new president and vice president as Archbishop Romulo Valles and Bishop Paulo Virgilio David are completing their 2-year term. 9 regional representatives of the Permanent Council, a new treasurer and chairman of the various commissions will also be elected during the assembly. The new office bearers will assume charge on December the 1st. The Episcopal Conference comprises 87 active bishops, 2 diocesan administrators and 41 honorary members. In Britain, a young woman with Down syndrome is waging a legal battle demanding an end to discriminatory abortion laws. The landmark case has begun at the High Court. Heidi Carter is suing the government for permitting babies with disabilities, including Down syndrome, to be aborted after 24 weeks of pregnancy. In England and Wales, abortions are permitted in the first 24 weeks and they must be approved by 2 doctors who agree that having the child poses a greater risk to the physical or mental health of the mother. The case against the Health Secretary seeks to amend the 1967 Abortion Act, and it is being supported by Bridget Jones actress Sally Phillips, whose son has Down syndrome. As Spain legalises physician-assisted suicide, the country's Catholic bishops have called for the provision of conscientious objection in the new law. Bishop Luis Arguello, Secretary-General and spokesperson of the Bishops' Conference, said that along with respecting the conscientious objection of health workers not wishing to participate in this process, quote, "Everyone entering a medical facility must be assured this is a place where personal care is exercised." In March, Spain passed a law legalising physician-assisted suicide, becoming the 4th European nation to legalise euthanasia. The law permits a family member or doctor to sign a euthanasia petition when the patient is incapacitated. Calling for a strong movement to protect life in the country, Bishop Arguello cautioned that the law would put pressure on patients to consider themselves a burden to their families. Boko Haram militants in Nigeria have reportedly kidnapped a Catholic priest of Maiduguri Diocese. Reports say Father Elijah Juma Wada was abducted in Borno State on June the 30th. The priest, who was serving the parish of Buma, was on his way to Damaturu to attend the Mass marking the 10th sacerdotal anniversary of his friend. Confirming the abduction, Bishop Oliver Doeme of Maiduguri told Fides, quote, "We pray for the release of Father Elijah Juma Wada. We know that he is alive, and we hope for a positive outcome of this sad story." Terrorist groups and armed gangs are engaged in kidnappings for ransom, and the number of such incidents is on the rise. The Apostolic Nuncio to Belarus, Archbishop Ante Josic, has prayed for peace and unity in the nation where the authoritarian government is stifling political opponents. The prelate was addressing the faithful while celebrating Holy Mass at the renowned Marian shrine of Budzlau. The nuncio sought the intercession of the Blessed Mother to overcome what he called the culture of division. The icon of the Blessed Virgin housed in the shrine is highly revered by believers. When a fire damaged the church in May, the icon emerged unscathed. President Alexander Lukashenko, who has been in power since 1994, claimed a landslide victory in the election held last year. However, the opposition has alleged voting fraud, and it triggered the biggest protests in the modern history of the country. An Australian lawmaker has demanded adequate medical care for babies who survive a botched abortion attempt. The MP of Stirling, Vince Connolly, has extended support to Queensland National MP George Christensen's Children Born Alive Protection Bill. The bill proposes providing life-sustaining treatments for babies who survive an abortion rather than leaving them to die. Calling fellow MPs and citizens to support the bill, Mr Connolly said that apart from New South Wales, no other states or territories have established guidelines for the care of babies who survive an abortion. Queensland recorded 204 live births resulting from failed terminations of pregnancy between 2005 and 2015. The Catholic Medical Association of Australia is also backing the bill. And those are your latest headlines. Do join us again tomorrow. In the meantime, you can visit swnews.org for more updates. Shalom.